Welcome back, everyone. It is Tuesday, April 22nd, the NBA, and I have three plays ready for you guys in this video. We have three playoff games, a lot of game twos tonight. We'll dive into those games in just one moment. As always, begin with a recap of yesterday. So close to a sweep, man. We went 2-2. We cashed Dennis Schroeder's over in points plus assists. Proud of that call. I said he would be yesterday's Ty Jerome from Sunday, and he had 20 points off the bench. Mitchell Robinson's under was our VIP Dub Club exclusive play. He ended with a big 0 points. Our two losers, why I said it was so close. Jokic over in points. He ended with 27 on the hook. We had that Josh Hart and Harden, both their under parlays. Harden ends with 4 threes. So technically lost on the hook. I don't really count hook emojis for 3-point props, but tough one there. He made 4 and he didn't even get close to his points line, which we could have faded as well. But a 2-2 day, I'm not too stressed about it. Again, we're sticking and limiting those unit sizes in the playoffs. Something that did go our way yesterday was our underdog entry. We cashed, turned $20 into 87. Hopefully you guys tailed on underdog. A lot of unders in there, plus Jalen Brunson's over. We cashed there. A reminder on underdog, you can sign up using code COS. They'll match your first deposit up to $1,000, and they'll give you a free pick. Today's will be Giannis. He plays tonight as the Pacers once again play host to Giannis in the Bucks. So take advantage of that. Again, code COS. First match deposit up to $1,000. There's a link down below in the description, as well as I will talk about underdog at the end of the video with another slip to try to turn $20 into, I think, 80, 85. We'll dive into that at the end of the video. But let's dive into our picks today. Let's try to sweep the board. Why not us? Also, unrelated, ladder challenge lost, pissed. Thanks, Malik Beasley. Let's dive into this one, though. He's getting some coin back. Ja Morant, we're climbing the 3-point ladder. Yes, we're taking him for 2, 3, and 4 threes. You see the units broken down. This is a bigger play than we normally do. 0.75 units for the 2+ at minus 136 on FanDuel. 0.25 units for the 3+ at plus 240. And just 0.1 units on him to make 4 or more threes at plus 630. Now, I looked at his plus 1,500 for 5+, but I'm going to be honest, if he makes 5+ threes, I ought to be pretty happy enough that he made 4. So I'll move on. I don't want to take him to get 5. That'd be probably a legacy night for Ja Morant, but I really think this is a good matchup for him to make some threes. Now, I get it. Oklahoma City Thunder are a really tough matchup. And I don't know if Ja Morant has a huge day scoring, but if he is going to have a big day scoring, it is via the 3-point line. I watched that first game, although it was disgusting, of that Thunder in Grizzlies game, that 51-point blowout. And what I noticed was the Thunder basically lived with Ja Morant shooting as many threes as he wants. Lou Dort or Cason Wallace, whoever guarded him, went under the screen. So Zach Edey come up, set a screen for Ja Morant at the 3-point line. They were going under it. Of course, it's Ja Morant. We're going to live with him making those shots, but they did it to a T. They went under it, and Ja Morant popped them. Problem was, well, that doesn't sound great given his history, but he only made 1 of his 6 threes. However, like I said, in that game, he had the opportunity, and I once again think the opportunity will be there today. Now, like I said, we'll bring back up Props Madness, whatever code stuff down below. Like I said, this was that game. 1 for 6 from 3, only played 26 minutes because it was a blowout. 1 for 6. The volume's great. Now, if you were to look at Morant more so on the whole season, he's been shooting more as of late. We saw him have some high volume games recently. He is under in 3 straight. I get it. The volume, 1 for 5, 1 for 6 here. But we know he had some games against the Timberwolves, 5 for 13. He's had some pretty good high-scoring games here, especially with the new head coach giving him the ball a little bit more. I mean, this was his return, March 29th against the Lakers. Then he just was kind of firing 3, 7, 8, 7, 10, and 13 and 8 threes here. So again, the volume's been good. If you look at his head-to-head numbers versus OKC, he's made 2 and 2 of 3, 2 for 4 here early on in the season in February, back in February, 2 for 9 here, and then 1 for 6. So again, the volume's been pretty good this season against the Oklahoma City Thunder. He just doesn't shot the ball well. Now, is Ja Morant a guy that I would say is, the best 3-point shooter in the world? No, far from it. But I think if the volume continues to be good, I think we have our chances here at cashing this prop. Now, I really wanted to pull up his numbers when he gets the 3-point volume. And like I said, he shot 6 in game 1 this season when he shoots 5 or more. Let's just say he gets 5. He's over this line. He's hit in 60% of games. Not bad. We would certainly take, if he just wants to make 2, we'll live with that. But if you look at him, when he attempts 5 or more, he's made 2 or 3 or more in 34%, and then 4 or more, which is what we're taking at 20%. Now, in terms of these odds, the plus 630 comes with an implied value of about 14% that he makes 4 or more threes. Based on the numbers, about 20%. Maybe he does a little bit better, but what if he shoots even more? Like I said, he shot 6 times in game 1. So if he continues that 6 times, he's now hitting 4 and about 27%. He will have hit, I believe, 3 and 46% and 2 and 73%. So I look at this as a game where Ja Morant If he's not practicing three-pointers over the last few days, I don't know what the hell is wrong with him. But look, they're going to continue to go under. And if he wants to continue to drive and try to score in the paint against Holmgren, Isaiah Hartenstein, go for it. But I think at the end of the day, he's going to get those open threes. And after that game one, so I'm going under the screen. He'd be an idiot to not practice those shots of, hey, go under the screen. Let's practice these warm-up shots. They're wide open. The only one that wasn't necessarily wide open was because it was a deep one from 30 something feet out. But I really think he gets the opportunities tonight. If he gets 5 or more 3-point attempts, I'll live with it. But I think he could go 6, 7, 8. And at that point, I mean, if the first 1 or 2 fall, we could easily see him climb to 3 or 4. So I really do like this opportunity for Ja Morant. Should get wide open looks from 3. You're just going to have to shoot them off the dribble. I think he can get us 2. And if he gets us 2, we'll live with it. Well, I think you get 3 or 4. So I'm laddering him up. There you go. That's the first play of the day. Second play of the day. It hurts me to do this, but it is Tyrese Hallebertton's over 18.5 points, minus 120 on DraftKings, a half unit play. I love my man, Steve, from Just a Bet Outside. If you watch him, don't tell him I'm on Hallie's over. I watched his video as I was doing my my write-ups and sending them out to the Dub Club. I saw he was on his under. And I get the reasoning for taking a Halliburton under, but I don't think that is the case you want to be on today. I think this is a spot where Halliburton and the Bucks defense force Halliburton to be a scorer. And I get it. If you look at his season-long stats against the Bucks, you'd be like, he's under in 4 or 5. And I get it. But let's keep in mind, this is the playoffs. Take those numbers from the regular season, throw them out the window. They are going to especially in game 2, things are going to change. We saw in game 1 what happened. Halliburton only scored 10 points. He shot 3 for 13, 0 for 7 from 3. And what happened? He had 12 assists. He was diming them up, and the Bucks defense was horrendous. I expect the Bucks to play with a little bit more heart and try better defensively. And if they're going to beat the Pacers, it's not making Halliburton a passer. You have to force Halliburton to score. And if Halliburton's forced to score, love this spot for us. If they let him dime him up, by all means, we're probably going to lose it. But I don't see that being the case. I think this is the game where Halliburton is forced to score the basketball. And heck, the volume was already decent enough in game 1. And he had 12 assists in that game. I think the assists probably go down here and the volume probably goes up. And I won't spend a ton of time on PropsMadness. Oops, didn't mean to go to this one. Spend a ton of time on PropsMadness. I really just think this is a spot where you're going to see Ja Morant have to score, or not Ja Morant, Tyrese Hallebertton have to score the basketball. If you look at his numbers, like I said, 18.5 is on a bunch of different books, 19.5 out there. If Steven wants to cash in with 19 on the dot, I'll allow it. But again, you look at Halliburton, he's been decent. And where you normally want to back him, you want to back him at home. Now you would look at the hit rate, not great. But again, I look at his 3-point prop. They got him juiced to make 3 threes. He didn't even make a single one in game 1. In fact, his 3-point prop, him to make 2, is minus 400, minus 500 on books. So this season, when we've seen Halliburton make 2 or more threes just at home, which, like I said, they're juicing that to minus 500, basically. When he makes 2 or more threes at home, we're looking at a 58% hit rate. When he plays, and then when you factor in if he's actually getting the minutes, because he had some games on a minutes restriction, 30 plus minutes, plus 2 plus 3s, same exact hit rate when he gets those type of opportunities. And then when you look at, well, what happens when he just shoots the ball? Let's say he gets 12 shots at home, 61%. I think there's a realistic possibility that today Halliburton gets 15 or more shots. And this season, when he's seen 15 or more shots at home, over an 81% of games. That's over the 19.5. I don't know if it really makes a difference. 18.5 or 19. It doesn't really change anything. So again, I see this as a spot where Halliburton, if I'm the Bucks, I got to stay home on shooters. We got to force them to go one-on-one, live with Halliburton, make contested 3s, 2s, get into the mid-range, live with those looks. And I think they will. And so I really like Halliburton's over in points. It helps that Damian Lillard might play today. Dame was chirping Halliburton. So sure, go take that out on him. I don't care. I really like Halliburton's over in points. Then my third and final play of the day actually is another over, but it's a Dub Club exclusive one. It is in the Minnesota Timberwolves versus a Los Angeles Lakers game. It is an over in points. I encourage you to go check it out. It is linked down below. $10 off your first month. Join the Dub Club. Join it. Link down below. Let's wrap up the video talking about the underdog entry. It'll include me talking about some other teams and other games. A reminder, Underdog Fantasy, you sign up using my code COS or the link down below. You'll get this Giannis free pick, him to score 1 point. It's a free square. And then you'll get a match on your first deposit up to $1,000. So that's free money. Take advantage of that. Here is today's Underdog Slip going for back-to-back. Read it and weep. Now, out of these plays, these are some of my heavy leans or plays that we already have. And that would be Ja Morant. You see him in there, the second leg. These are some other leans. The number one lean on here that I really looked at was SGA. to score 10 points in the first quarter. The problem why I didn't take it official is because it's not 10 points. It's actually 10.5. That's a big difference to get one more point. I know it doesn't sound like it, but it is the first quarter, so the lines can be sharp. But I do like these ones. I like SGA to get going early in that game. I expect the Grizzlies to do a better job defensive than everyone else. And that goes a 2 above to Isaiah Hartenstein, him lower than 14.5 points. They gave him wide open push shots, his little floater. They won't give those to him in game 2. So I like SGA to have a little bit more aggression, get going, and I think he can easily get you 10 points. I like his regular line at 10.5 or 11.5, but I'd rather just take the 10 plus here. Ant-Man, I think he has a good game. He hit that in game 1. I think he goes down and gets it done. Hartenstein, there's his lower. Ja, we know we like him to make 2. And then Scottie Pippen Jr., he's going to be the guy guarding SGA. So number 1, it puts him in foul trouble. Number 2, doesn't really give him a lot of open looks. So $20 on this puppy turns in about 85. Again, sign up, use my code COS or the link down below. They'll match your first deposit up to $1,000. Take advantage of that. Tail my slip if you seek. Those are my picks. Let's have a day to recap. We have John Morant's ladder. If he makes 4 threes tonight, I was going to do something that might get me demonetized. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. I like him. Halliburton over in points and Dub Club exclusive and over in points as well. Let's have a day. I'll have a ladder challenge back later today. I don't mind running the ladder back because it's only $10. We're not risking a full unit on it. Just $10. If it loses, it loses. We move on. But we've lost 2 of the last 3 by 1 point. Yeah. But we got 3 games on tonight. We might as well fire something out there. But stay tuned for that. That'll be live later this afternoon. Let's have a great day. And I'm getting a fresh cut. So in the ladder video, you'll see the fresh cut. And I'll link it on the screen whenever it is done. I've got to go get that done right now. Either way, have a great Tuesday. Go check out the MLB video. Ladder challenge live later today. Let's have a great day. And John Morant, go bang home some threes. 4 of them things. See you guys later. Peace.